Alright, welcome to episode 4 of Pokemon Blue. And I make another really bad decision in this episode, roughly equal to the third episode of Final Fantasy. So there are a lot of Zubats in this cave, and I suspect the encounter rate math, is like off on all these websites because there's a lot of Zubats in this cave. I decided to show off every single one just to show how annoying Mount Moon is. Because I'm good at making decisions. And why go through and correct that when I can just make the bad decision and let it stand? So welcome to the episode where you get to see how many Zubats I ran into. Ooh, not even episodes. It takes me 2 episodes to get through this cave. And we persist. We're in a cave and we're still running into these stupid bug trainers with their stupid level 11 Weedles and Caterpies. And he poisoned me. Because my Cubone won't listen. Oh well. It's good to note that because of how weakness and resistance is programmed poorly in Gen 1, because it's Gen 1, that ground attack was super effective instead of just neutral. I, of course, kept trying to use Rock Slide. And because he got a couple hardens off, I decided to switch to Fire Punch. So that was a fight. Probably not worth showing, but I think I wanted you to get the idea about how maddening this was getting, using this Cubone. Because I said I'll eventually switch to Squirtle. What I forgot was how early I actually did that. But I think you'll understand why I did that pretty shortly. Besides, if I didn't switch to Squirtle, I would have been in a bad spot. But we'll get to that when we get to that. There's something about this cave that I'm forgetting. Something that I'll remember pretty soon, but I've forgotten until now. And consider my rage off the charts. Seriously, why did they think this mechanic was such a good idea? Just allow me to play the game. But no, I switched to Squirtle now. Like, I'm done. I am done dealing with this Cubone for now. Didn't take that long. Yep. And this fight's gonna take a while no matter what I do. Because for now, Clefairy's got decent defenses for where we're at. Clefairy's another Pokemon that I really like. I haven't used it, but it's really not that great. Like, and it really starts to show towards the end of the game how bad Clefable is. Like, Clefable, if you still don't know, is what Clefairy evolves from. Or what Clefairy evolves to, sorry, I'm waking up. You know, if you ever had a day where you were called into work on a day off 4 hours earlier than you're normally supposed to go in, and you know, you just come home after that shift and go to sleep for about 14 hours. As I do now. That's something that happened to me yesterday. It's happened before, but you know, for whatever reason, yesterday was just a bad day, and I died when I came home. So that little tirade got me to this. And I'm still using Squirtle because I'm still mad at Cubone. But I need to reiterate how lucky I was to make that switch, because... yeah, we'll find out shortly. Of course, Magnemite's an electric type. I should be using Cubone, except I know that it doesn't know any electric moves, so... you know, these games are kind of designed to test your knowledge a little bit. The earlier ones more specifically, because, you know, part of it's about knowing stats, not just type. Part of it's about knowing what levels they will know what at. Like, I know Voltorb and Magnemite don't learn Thunder Shock this early. And so I can just use my use my Squirtle. We defeated the nerd. And this evolution is one of the most important things that could have happened. Again, we'll see why pretty shortly. I think I have this feeling that I'm getting close to discovering why I think this is all such a good idea. Of course, those of you who know this cave like the back of your hand will already know exactly why, but I doubt that any of you actually have that in mind, because it's normally a non-issue. But I continue to go out of my way to fight every trainer. It's the name of the game. I don't know. I probably actually could have cut this one out. Because this is a nothing encounter. You know, it's a bug catcher. And I'm gonna spoil this much. They don't actually start showing Beedrills and Butterfrees for quite some time. And again, I don't know why. It's not like they would have been too unbalanced. But it's his choice. He wants to have a level 10 Caterpie. I suppose that's on him. You can't expect much from it, you know? Oh, you know, I ran into a Geodude when I sped up the footage. So I know they're in here at this point. Oh, these Zubats, it's maddening. Okay, after this encounter, I'm gonna run into something. I'm gonna see something, and it's gonna trigger a memory of something. I'm gonna remember that a certain trainer has certain Pokemon, and I'm gonna realize just how lucky I was to switch to the one that will actually obey me in battle. Her up there, alas. And, I'm a little horrified at the moment because I know what I'm about to go through. And I'm looking through. Hey, I picked up a rare candy. Well, might as well use it. Get my Wartortle as powerful as I possibly can for this. So I know that Cubone ain't gonna matter. And it knows Fire Punch, and she is using Grass Pokemon. But I need it to actually obey me. I can't actually be disobeyed. I need every move I want to be used for this Oddish right here. Alright, so I know it knows Absorb, meaning I'm gonna have to deal as much damage as humanly possible per hit, so we're gonna Tail Whip. This is gonna carry over to our next Pokemon, but it's probably gonna matter less there. But if I can just get past this Oddish... Well, no, even then, you know, Bellsprout will probably one-shot my Cubone, so... You know, it's all on Wartortle. Oh. It's exciting. I don't even normally like to use items in battle, but I made an exception here. I'll do that. I'll make exceptions sometimes. This isn't some sort of challenge run. I just normally don't like to do it, because it's cheap. But here, no. No, it's fine here. And I carried over Tail Whip to the Bellsprout. Probably shouldn't have done that. It doesn't matter as much. He uses growth, you know. It's about who blinks first at this point. And I thought that was the end, but no, I held on. If I missed the tackle, which I didn't, it would have been over for Wartortle. Probably even Cubone. That probably would have been the battle, because Cubone doesn't exactly have great special. And even if he did, he'd just disobey me. Because that's how that would go. And you know it. Well, at least we made it past that. You know, I could have lost. It would have just, you know, sent me back to the Pokemon Center, but there's a little bit of pride on the line. I don't want to lose. You know, losing's a badge of dishonor in a kid's game. Yeah, I call it a kid's game, but it is really fun. It's a family game, if anything. This is where Cubone shines. Defense. His defense is ginormous. His attack isn't bad. It's just his speed and his special pretty much leave to be desired. Okay, so this Zubat, I'm gonna show off a little bit more than I should here. This Zubat is the reason I hate Zubat. And my Cubone's not making it any easier. He's just gonna ignore me. Oh, wait till you see him actually decide to attack. Yeah, thank you. Ground moves. They can't hit flying types. You son of a... I'm losing my mind at this point. Like, this is the most messed up fight ever. Do something. Do something else. Actually obey me, please. Well, at least I burned him. Yeah, let's see this burn damage. Sweet, I'm done. I'm done. I'm figuring out that I'm done. But I need to potion first. Oh, this fight's a train wreck. But it's all because of that stupid mechanic. Again, you made this game with the emphasis that you'd want to play with your friends and trade. Why would you do this? You want us to trade, but you make it so user-unfriendly. Because anything you trade before you beat the second gym will just disobey you. Like, I guess the mentality would be you don't want them to trade over their level 100 Pokemon? I suppose. But what business is that of yours? If I want to make the game unfun by putting on God mode, that's my choice. But I don't want to, because that's not fun. What's the point of playing the game if you're going to trade over your level 100 stuff just to power through? And again, if I choose to, big deal. Also, if I choose to, the mechanic doesn't matter, because my stats are so powerful, them disobeying me doesn't matter. It's not like I'm going to send over level 100 crap. I'm going to probably send over my level 100 Mewtwo. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I got lost in Mount Moon. At this point, I was going the wrong direction. I was making progress. You don't want to make progress. There's 2 rooms with stuff in it. But for whatever reason, I had my caves mixed up. I thought that the earliest ladder was progress and that this last ladder wasn't. No, this cave's actually laid out pretty well. The earlier ladders that take you to different paths, those are where the optional stuff is, and the last ladder in this floor happens to be progress, so yay for that. So you get to make fun of me, because I got lost in Mount Moon. And all these Zubats, they keep slowing me down. I'll run into something else eventually. I don't run into the Clefairy. That would have just been awesome. Not that I'm using the Clefairy. Oh. Bask in my bad decision making. Even though it's probably boring as hell to watch. Yep, you're in the wrong area, son.
Darn! We're not gonna make it! Let's speed up!
But there's always speed up to, at least help me fix some of my mistakes. But we have some funny looking dude here. And in fact, this is Team Rocket. Yeah, they're an organization that is dedicated to evil. Their own words, not mine. And they've got a team uniform. And when you're an organization dedicated to anything, you need a team uniform. How else are the good guys supposed to recognize you? And this Zubat gives me less fuss, because, well, I get through confusion once, and my Pokemon is obeying me. But we're running into this backwards snake, which is a really awesome Pokemon with really not awesome stats. It's a problem with some Pokemon. You know, they just... I don't know exactly what the design mentality was, but there are some that are stronger than others. You know, some have higher stat totals than others. Which makes sense, it's just some of them are crap because of that, and seemingly unusable because of that. But here we go, TMO1, Mega Punch. I can get out of tackle finally. Yes! Bubba learns Mega Punch. I love that. It's not even a great move, I just love the word Mega Punch. And he's so mad that we beat him that he's demanding we turn over our stuff. I'm like, that's not how that works, bud. And here we come upon another Pokemon I really like, Paris. Now, he's obviously really bad because he's grass bug type, but I like his design. He's really awesome looking. But we're approaching the ladder that will bring us to the end of the episode, so I'll see you later. Have a good day.